Okay, so it was just Joe's birthday, so this is going to be a belated birthday gift. But it's also kind of a combo Sweat and Tell anniversary gift because it's been about 3 years, or it's been exactly 3 years, I guess, since we launched Sweat and Tell. And so what I'm going to make for her, I envision this going up in her gym. Like, I have a spot in my mind that she could put this, so I hope it fits there. But I have a couple pieces from that I just kept out of nostalgia reasons, just extra ones from our No Rest for Bridget collection, which was our first collab that we did with No Rest for Bridget, which we did 2 actually with them athleisure wear collabs, and they both sold out multiple times, and it was just like a really, really cool moment for us because it was something special and we got to design and really see something go into fruition and people wear it and enjoy it, and it was just really a really cool moment for us as friends and partners and our company, Sweat and Tell. And so I saved a couple of those, and I think I actually might make one of these for myself too. And I'm gonna cut out some of the fabric and put it in these frames. So 1 in each. I hope she likes it, and I hope the vision that I'm seeing will come to life and it'll look cool and not cheesy. So let's get started. Okay, so I cut off one of the legs. I'm just kind of winging this as I go. We'll see what happens. And then I was gonna cut it down and stretch it out. I can't decide if I wanna do it like stretched out flat across the whole thing, or if I wanna do it like in the middle, just a piece, and kind of have it floating, more like shadow box effect. But I'm just gonna see if I can try both out and see which one looks better. So I'm just gonna cut along the seam here. Stretched out like that. I like the seam in it. The other thing I have is I cut off the other thing that I wanted to maybe add to it, but I'm just worried about it looking too cheesy. I might just do these on their own. Is I saved some tags. Let me see if I can get that not blurry. Yeah. Isn't that so cute? It says our names on it because it was like our first actual designed collection, and I don't know, these just like, I remember when we first saw these, it just made us smile so much, and Joe was so happy, so I kind of want to include this in the gift, but I don't want it to look cheesy. Maybe I'll put it in the card or something. I don't know, we'll see. Number 2. I almost don't like the stripe of that one. Let me show you guys. Okay, so the stripe almost looks like, I like it sporty when it's on, but I might just do another piece that's more just the print, because I like how kind of calm this one is, because I want it to actually look good in her house hanging up, you know? And I feel like that's a little bit more neutral vibes than like that is a little bit more modern on the wall, whereas like having just that is more calm. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that out. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, I like that better. Gotta get out my toolkit. Arts and craft toolkit. It's so cute. I feel like she's really gonna like it. And the white's kind of like, you can put it anywhere, even though I know what her gym looks like, so I tried to make it fit in with her aesthetic. Love it. Now it's time to make the next one. Oh, yay, you guys, I think she's gonna really like these. This is making me excited that they turned out. And it wasn't even that crazy hard to do. The reflection makes it kind of hard to see, but then she'll hang them up side by side. And they look like they're nothing special really. Like they definitely look like just decor items, but they have something really nostalgic and heartfelt to it. So I think she'll really, really like it. Yay, and now I really want to make ones for myself too. Oh, the cone of shame. He has to wear this because he had hives last night and he was scratching. And his recent surgery, I was about to say hysterectomy, his neuter, they're really inflamed too. Oh, sorry. Baby. House hunting. We like this one. But the master's a little weird, but they have a really, really cool living room, kitchen, long ass island, so I want to show you guys. This is just like the entry room. Dining.
Yeah, it is, Dave.
This long island. You can fit like 10 bar stools. And then the living room. Kind of a weird wallpaper, but it's a really cool layout. Okay, I'm kind of tired. I woke up early this morning to do a workout, and sometimes I love early morning workouts, but other times it's like it takes all the energy out of me, so I'm sure I'll get a second wind in the middle of this. But going to go through, do my makeup, and then answer some questions that you guys asked about me going full-time with Sweat and Tell, so it's really exciting. So I'll just jump in and start answering some questions while doing my makeup. Let me make sure this stays clear here. Okay, first gonna put on concealer using, I really like the Selena Gomez Rare Beauty Concealer. I'm using shade 190W, and I wanted to try, I went originally to buy their foundation because I use powder foundation and I really want to find a liquid one, so I keep getting off on a tangent. So I went to try their foundation and the people at Sephora actually were like, nah, their foundation's not that great, but we do really like their concealer. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll just like save my money, they're the pros, and just get the concealer, and I really like it. So just gonna do a couple drops, and while I do this, I'll start answering questions. This is also, I don't know why I put so much on. Usually I do just one dot between two eyes, but I think I get nervous when I'm recording. So this is gonna be, I'm gonna be really concealed. But, so the first main question is obviously, why? Like, how did you know it was the time? Are you excited? Like all that, switching from career to Sweat and Tell. And the answer is, I actually did not plan on doing it this early. I feel like I look like so silly saying this with this. But I did not plan on going this early. I have been at my job for about 7 months now. And you guys know I'm new to Nashville, almost a year. And to be honest, I was just getting really, really overwhelmed. I think we've been doing Sweat and Tell 3 years now, and it's been a side hustle, but it's just really, really growing. And Joe and I have really big plans for it in the future that are like more entrepreneurial based, not just influencer, you know, social media based, that we need a lot of man hours for. And it was just getting to the point where I wasn't performing as well as I could have in everything in my life. We did this consultation, we had this consultation group come in at work, and they kind of have us do this evaluation about all different aspects of your life with family, fitness, business, finance, faith, all that stuff. And it kind of helped me realize, that was like the first trigger that I was like, wow, I really am stretched a little bit too thin. And then I kind of felt it in my performance too. I just wasn't being like 100% Jacqueline, you know, and getting to fulfill what I usually am able to. And Joe was like picking up a lot of my slack with Sweat and Tell, and then I felt like I wasn't even being able to perform my best at work and was just exhausted all the time. I would come home from work and then need to work out, take care of Mav, cook, and then I couldn't even really hang out with my boyfriend. And so I just feel like I was stretched way too thin. And so I originally had planned on going part-time, and I had asked my boss if I could go part-time, was really nervous, cried. Obviously, I'm just a crier, but he understands, and he was a crier too, so it was kind of nice that way. Okay, now I'm gonna put on my medium beige Bare Minerals foundation. Anyways, asked to go part-time, and we thought about it, he discussed it, and in my position, it's like very client-based, so it's like if they need something, they need it right away. It can't be like a part-time position. So we kind of decided that part-time wasn't going to work in my position, and he was saying that he's so nice, and he knew about Sweat and Tell and everything, and he's like, if you want to look for a part-time position somewhere else, I'll write you a great letter of rec, but honestly, like, you and your partner have something really special with Sweat and Tell, and it's right there, and yes, you can go part-time somewhere else, but I really recommend you guys jumping in 2 feet. And it was, sorry, gotta bring it down to the neck, you know. And I really respect him, look up to him. He's an entrepreneur himself. He's like the CEO of his own company, you know. And it was just kind of the kick in the butt I needed. I feel like I've been in the workforce a year longer than Joe has. I'm a year older than her. And it just sort of felt like the right time, and I feel like I just went on a long rant and answered like a bunch of different questions, but I'll try and go into specifics. But anyways, it was kind of like I hadn't planned on it for 6 months, and it just sort of, it was one of those things that I've been thinking about for a long time and was spontaneous all at once. But ultimately, my boyfriend's really supportive, Joe's really excited, my family's excited, I'm excited. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders, and I can finally be like my full self and reach my full potential. And Joe and I have some fucking exciting ideas with our company and how we're expanding this year. So I'm really excited to jump in. Anyways, let's go down to, let me find some actual specific questions since I went and rambled and answered probably like the majority of them, but let's go. How long have you wanted to do this full time? Joe and I, like, we've gone so back and forth with this because we're both, I feel like, high achievers when it comes to our career. So we knew we wanted to start our own, I mean, like, Sweat and Tell is a LLC, it's our own company that way, but we knew we wanted to do something that's a little bit more tangible, and just like go the entrepreneurial route. But we also wanted to make sure that we were fulfilling our, you know, career goals that we went to school for and things like that. So I think we were both just hesitant about like making sure we were doing it when we were ready. Gotta always bring it down to the neck. And excuse me. Was it financially a better option or a lifestyle choice? I would definitely say lifestyle choice, just because I did not have enough time. I couldn't juggle it all. So that was a lifestyle choice. Financially, it's going to be pretty similar because last year Joe and I basically were saving the majority of the income we were making for future plans that we're doing. So we weren't paying ourselves out. And then this year I'm just going to be taking a salary based on that. And then that kind of goes to the other question too about a lot of people asked, am I going to be getting like more money than Joe now since I'm full-time and she still has her other job? And so that was like the first thing Joe brought up, because she just like wanted to be fair. Obviously she's like, oh my gosh, okay, we'll set it up, like we'll figure out how much money you can get. I was like, dude, like chill. Because to be honest, throughout the 3 years, like Joe and I are really good partners together, but there's definitely been ebbs and flows when she's been super busy or I've been super busy. I feel like the last few months, like she's really helped me out just because I've been really overwhelmed. And so there's just been ebbs and flows in that. And yes, Joe has a full-time job, but she's really good at you know, compartmentalizing her time, and she can be a little bit more autonomous with her time, so she works really hard. But so for now we're gonna keep it the same, especially because we like build our pipeline out for the future and have already divvied up tasks and whatnot. But we're going to reevaluate in 3 months and just see if it is something that I've overwhelmingly feel like I'm putting more work that's bringing in more income, or if I'm just doing work that's helping build the brand in general. Because eventually, like Joanna, I know this phrase is like so like casual, but it'll all come out in the wash. You know, we just both work hard and trust each other, and I think we're both really fair. So Joe and I are just going to stay aware and reevaluate when that time comes. And then another question that a lot of people had asked, also I don't think I showed this one. This is Bye Bye Pores that I was using for bronzer. I feel like I'm talking like a million miles a minute, but the other question was, is Joe gonna quit her job anytime soon? And I feel like I can't really answer that question because I'm not Joe. Obviously, like that's her life. She, like I said, is a year younger than me, so she has a year less in the workforce. Not that that really matters, but she's really happy with where she's at. She loves Salesforce. She fucking kills it there, so it's a great job for her. And I think when she's ready, you guys will obviously know, and she'll let you know when she's going full-time. But right now, we don't really have anything planned out for that, but we will keep you updated. Right, next I'm just going to do a little bit of blush and then highlighter, and both of them are from this Sephora Trio Face Palette Dare. The blush is like a little aggressive, so I have to be really gentle with it. Next question while I do this. This is a really good cue. Do you see this decision as a deviation from your brand? Two girls balancing work and wellness. Great question. To be honest, that's something we thought about when I decided to make this switch, and at first we were like, could it be? And then I was like, to be honest, no, because I feel like I'm going to be working just as hard, if not more, because with Sweat and Tell, the plans we have for the future are separate from what we're already doing. So it requires a whole new, you know, set of man hours that you need to get that done and accomplished. And so I'm going to be working full-time at that, and then still doing Sweat and Tell social and everything with Joanna, like on the other side of things. So it's not like I'm not working. You know, I didn't quit my job. I'm just going full-time with our company and going to be working and putting my hours into that. So I don't think at all. And honestly, I feel like I was being almost, not lying, that's not the word, but I feel like I wasn't practicing what I preached towards the end, because I was just overworking myself and not really balancing things, and just getting so burnt out and frustrated, and it just wasn't really healthy. And I feel like Joe and I are really good about balance, and it's something that I feel like I got caught up in without realizing it. And then when I took a step back, and once my close friends like Joanna and Dave, my boyfriend, talk to me about it, and they're like, you are stretched too thin kind of thing, it really made me realize. So I think it's actually more on brand at this point than it was before, even though I know we definitely talk about working full-time and that, but don't worry, I'm still working fucking full-time. It's just not at a corporate job. It's for the company that Joe and I own and founded. Okay, I'm gonna just do a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm just gonna use like a white one. This is from the Lawless one, all over, and then I'm gonna go in with bronzer to give it a little bit of a shadow. And then let me find another cue while I do this one. Did you feel anxious, nervous to leave your job? Was it hard to quit? Oh my God, you guys, I just feel like sometimes I am such an indecisive mess, and this was one of those things where it was like I was being pulled in two different directions because I wanted to stay, you know, with a steady job. It's just reliable, steady income, all of that. But then like my heart was in Sweat and Tell because I knew it was something that I wanted to do in the future with Joanna and like grow into like a huge company that can support us financially and help people and just like, I don't know, we just had such big dreams for it, and I felt like I was never going to be ready, and I kept saying I was going to quit one day and then backing out and thinking about it and not doing it and just making up excuses and things like that. And so this was just kind of, I feel like it just happened at the right time because it was meant to happen, almost not like I had to, it was like I was not forced to make the decision, but it just felt right. Yeah, it just sort of felt like the right time, and yeah. Okay, gonna do my brows, just Benefit, Goof Proof number 3, and then Brow Setter. It's weird doing this without a mirror. Okay, so a lot of the other questions were about future plans for Sweat and Tell, which is really exciting. Joe and I definitely have some big dreams, and I don't want to like give too much away, but basically we are in, and I don't want to be annoying either, it's not like we have a huge surprise and then Joe and I always joke about how that annoys the shit out of us, and then it's like a collab, which is awesome, but it's like usually only benefits like the influencer, you know. So this one, basically we are in research and development process for something that we think you guys will find a lot of benefit and enjoyment out of, and use time and time again. And it's gonna take a while because we want it to be perfect, but it's coming. And then we also have some other like collaboration ideas that I think you guys will enjoy as well. I feel like I'm being so vague and annoying, but basically we want to like, we're going more entrepreneurial side, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm just being like pointless and vague, but get fucking ready. It'll be dope.
Research and development for something that you guys are really going to like.
And it's just something that we've talked about a lot, very on brand for us, but, you know, perfecting it to our standards, which are high and picky. I love this brow gel. Just sets everything. Even if I accidentally touch my brows, they'll just stay in place. And I always go back like that and then through to give more volume. Okay, while I do mascara, any plans on moving back to California? Eventually, we will move back to California, but right now my boyfriend's job is here, so we plan on being here like 3 to 5 years. You never know what could happen, but when we have like, once we're like fully done with his traveling, then we will go back to California. But that's another reason why I felt like it was my decision to, or necessary for me to quit, because I did make the move out here, and yes, for some of our like developmental stuff, it's cheaper to do out in Nashville based, like business wise, taxes wise, but we are based in California mainly and gonna stay that way, so I wanted to make sure that I could travel back and forth to do stuff that we needed to do together as well. And being self-employed with Sweat and Tell gives me more of the flexibility to do that. And like my other job, they were pretty nice about me traveling, but I just felt like I was still out of touch with the time change, and I just felt disconnected, and like I always just felt guilty, you know, which I didn't want to feel. So yeah. And then I was gonna do like lip liner and lipstick, but it's in the other room and I don't feel like get it. So I'm just gonna top it off with a little Frankie's Bikinis Glow Tint. My lips are so chapped lately just because it's been so fucking cold out and windy and dry. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I feel like that was kind of a whack makeup tutorial, but I hope it helped with any questions you have about me going full-time with Sweat and Tell, future of Sweat and Tell, even though I kept it vague, annoyingly vague. And I just appreciate all of you guys and your support, and I feel like I can be so much more involved with you now too, which is awesome, and make more content, talk with you guys more, all of the above. I'm just really excited. I feel like it was the right choice. Like immediately I felt like it was the right decision. So I'm excited and appreciate you guys and all of the kind words that you guys have given, and for making it possible. Your support is literally the reason that we can do this, so thank you guys. And I'll be sure to make more videos, and if you like this one, be sure to let me know in the comments or ask any other questions. If I didn't get to them, I'll try and answer more on Instagram, and subscribe. Thanks guys.